Batman 66 meets the Green Hornet. Television history was made when these two masked crime fighters met in a historic television crossover. Now, superstar filmmaker Kevin Smith and radio host comedian Ralph Garman join forces with artist Ty Templeton to bring the greatest heroes of the 60s and their famous partners, Robin and Kato, together again. Don't miss this brand new digital comic series co-published by DC Comics and Dynamite Comics, featuring painted covers by Alex Ross. Get the first issue now for only $1.99 on the DC Comics app for iPhone and Android. Read DCEntertainment.com, the Comixology app for Amazon's Kindle Fire, the Google Play Store, and more. Don't miss Batman 66 meets the Green Hornet, #1. Available now.
Here's some rock and rollers straight from the United States.
So animals can get married, but they won't let gay people get married? That's fucking. That's so fucked up.
I was like, how could any human being? How could any human being? Tell him, Steve Dave.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Tell 'em Steve Dave. With me, Bri, after not seeing you last week, with BQ,
Hello?
after not seeing you last week, and with Walt, who soldiered on with Sunday Jeff.
Went ahead, huh?
Last week. Did you listen to the show, Q?
I did, and I heard. I'm told I have to. Sunday Jeff did an impersonation of me that I have to hear, I'm told, but I haven't had a second yet to dive into it.
Let's just say Sunday Jeff would not have won. You've got to be Quinn to win it. No, it was a pretty bad. He just cursed a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it didn't really. I didn't think it.
He didn't capture the nuances.
No,
it didn't capture. Like he actually, you could understand what he was saying. It didn't. It wouldn't.
All right, fair enough.
Was there any part of you that was like, I could see doing this every week with Sunday?
Maybe at the beginning, but then it's tough though. You know, I think it's definitely harder than it would appear because I think that I have a subject that will be meaty,
Right.
and then I throw it out there, and then there's no nibbles or anything. I'm like, okay,
Just a thought.
so it would be tough. I mean, it was cute though. I forgot that I forgot that we had even done it, and it was Sunday. So we had done it on a Tuesday night, I think it was. Mm-hmm. So on Sunday, I hadn't spoken to him since then, and I called to see how the store's doing, and it gives me a little report, and then I go, all right, man. Well, I'll talk to you during the week maybe. And he goes before he wouldn't get out, he wouldn't let me go, but he goes, how was the reaction to the show?
Really?
And I go,
Jeff cares.
I go, I guess it was good. I go, I didn't get any email. I actually got a couple emails telling me people how much they liked it. I didn't get no emails saying, like you guys should pack it in.
Right.
I said, and he goes, oh yeah? He goes, what did the email say? I was like, that you're good. I was like, oh, then he made a joke about that. And then then he dropped it. I thought that was cute. He was curious about how.
It's not something you would expect from him.
No, I like I said, I totally had slipped my mind.
That's
and
great.
It was on his mind. He was nervous,
And he liked it, huh? And now we got another guy to fucking compete for to get some table time around here.
Yeah, I listened to it, and it's hard for me to judge because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like it anyway, just with Sunday Jeff and Walt, but the level in which I enjoyed, no matter, you would hammer him and hammer him and hammer him to give you an answer, and then he would give you an answer, and it was like there couldn't be a wronger answer on earth. That Elvira shit, literally had me, I was laughing so fucking hard at it. it was like you were trying to get them to like give a like something that would go up in value. Like what could they buy today?
Oh, yeah, Q, yeah, that was what that would be our primo. Like I don't know if we have a primo segment. Maybe I guess 1 Truth 3 at one point until that died, and then we tried.
Hitler and
something
fizzled.
So I thought our segment could be if in this proposed imaginary weekly show would be he would give a toy market report of what's current, what to invest in, like put your money in gold kind of like thing, and then he would give a retro investment, like here's something that came out 10 years ago, it's still hot now and it has potential to remain hot. Put your money into it. But like I said, how I envisioned things and how they came off, I mean, certainly didn't go the way I'd hoped.
It was the
well, did you give him time to
I had an hour and a half. We wanted to eat.
He may even mentioned it too. They didn't even cut it out. He's like, we talked about this for an hour and a half. How the fuck can you not be prepared now?
We wanted because Brian bailed out basically at the 0 hour.
Right.
So I was like, all right, let's go get something to eat. And I said, well, come up with some stuff that we could talk about.
All right.
And I told him I wanted to do this, and he was like, all right, we'll do that. So I assumed that while we're eating, he's thinking of this shit. And then he's like, he didn't have a retro pick for me or a current pick.
He didn't have any picks. And then when he did finally come up with it, and it did seem like he just sort of like threw it out there. He's like, Elvira. Elvira! Oh, she's everything that's wrong with horror. Everything.
Elvira statue had just been released.
Right.
And I didn't even get one for the store, but he picked one up. That's what the context was of that cue. And he mentioned that he would invest in the Elvira statue as a good investment.
And you were too emotional about it.
I wasn't emotional about it. I expected more. I expected more thought. I expected a little bit more care because this is your recommendations on the line.
Right.
You just don't throw some shit pick out there.
Is Elvira everything that's wrong palpable. With horror?
Do you consider Elvira to be in any way, shape, or form something to admire about horror?
Didn't she just present movies?
Joke?
Yeah, on like Friday nights,
presenting movies in a way that's like here's some cleavage, right. Here's some stupid jokes.
Almost always puns.
Yeah, absolutely. You're telling me that you wouldn't consider Elvira an embarrassment to the horror genre? Like she's even hailed as part of horror to me. In the horror echelon.
Like she has a statue.
I guess I just never thought about it.
I don't think that. Yeah, I think that it's like it's as much as like I don't know, like Vanilla Ice should be in the rap world should be hailed as an important
as much as Sunday Jeff should be held for toy picks.
But that was last week. This week didn't sound like it was going to. Didn't sound like we may have to put Sunday Jeff Part 2.
For a couple of reasons.
Bri mentioned that he was not feeling well. He said you were
mentally.
You were not firing on all cylinders.
No, I'm definitely not. Well, I would have been here yesterday, but I got fucked with traffic. It took.
You were on your way here.
I was on my way here, and it took almost an hour to go a half mile in Manhattan. Like there was something just happened, and I was like,
which we found out was actually good that you weren't able to get here yesterday because for a second evening in a row, Ming had commandeered the table.
What's going on?
Which was fucking weird because you said Monday we couldn't. Q couldn't make it Monday anyway, but we wouldn't have been able to do it because Ming is potting with the Zen librarian. And I texted him and I said, "Are you potting tonight?" Yes. Okay, so we won't do it. And at no point does he mention that the next night, and traditionally, Tell 'em Steve Dave has always been done Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday for the most part.
Sure.
At least one of those 3 days.
Traditionally, one of those 3 days. Yeah, it's a big window. Though.
Within the. I mean, it didn't used to be though. That's the thing. The earlier part of the week, and then you got caught up in traffic yesterday, and right. I'm texting with Walt, and he's like, "Well, it's actually good because now Ming and Mike are potting, and now when you get here today,
Ming and Mike are potting.
Ming and Mike are potting again."
Well, no, they were just doing an intro for their show that they did last night.
Okay, and last night was I Saw Comics or This Morning Show, or one of many. Now, in your estimation, your non-biased estimation, is the world clamoring for this much
I thought I've made my stance on this subject clear a year ago, over a year ago.
That hasn't changed.
I don't know if there is much call. Is there that much Ming Chen content needed? I think we've seen online that there's not. I see a lot of harsh comments.
I see some harsh comments,
some really harsh ones.
And I don't understand that. Mostly by us.
They tickle me, but boy, because they're harsh.
I told Suzanne today, I was like, if I read that, like some of those comments about me, I would take a serious step back.
I know you would. Yeah. I know you would. You would be. Your hide. A tissue paper has more durability than your hide at times. It seems so. I can't imagine you standing up to the some of the arrows that are fired his way.
Shit that I'm like, this doesn't seem like they're joking at all. It's one thing if it's like ball busting or ribbing, but I'm like, this is not a joke. Like, I might even block this person for saying this.
I don't think he's blocked anybody.
I don't think so either. I
asked him today? I said, what can you tell me today, right now, the most negative thought that's crept into your mind recently? And he had to think for a good couple minutes. And then he goes, probably when the realization that Brian didn't show up to the last con we did.
Oh my god!
And I was that's my reaction, Q. I was like, how can that be? How could that be?
I'm angry and jealous at that he said that. Like, that's your big fucking problem.
You turn on the news.
I like this morning I woke up and contemplated throwing myself out a window. And his fucking big problem is that you missed a plane.
Yeah.
Something that doesn't affect him.
That's why I said, how does that affect you?
Yeah, why? Because he didn't bring that up to me. Why would it bother him at all?
He said the most negative. Now I said the most negative thought that's crept into your mind recently, and he said it was you not showing up. The realization that you were not coming when without a doubt, you weren't coming. And I said, yeah, how does that affect you? I go, why would that like make you upset or sad or in any way, shape or form not your normal self? And he goes, well, I have to answer the question, where's Bri, all weekend long?
So it's more of an annoyance. Then I sure wish my friend was here.
And I'm thinking, like, man, you turn on the news, this world is a horrific place. And there's some horrific shit going on at any given moment. And that is the most negative thing that's crept into your mind. And what happened 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. That was a while ago. That couldn't even be the most negative thing that crept in within the last 15 minutes. How can a man of his age walk around with that kind of outlook?
I don't know, but I mean, I'm kind of wishing he would sell that secret to the rest of us.
Suzanne goes, what's he doing? And she, like, on her iPad, she shows me. And it's just a picture of Ming on this piece of wood balancing in the water. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. No, it wasn't even a surfboard. It looked like a log. Like he was doing some sort of like some sort of martial arts or something,
Oh, my God. Well, he's got to figure it out.
Yeah. And that is the no true words have been spoken. He has it figured out. He's got it over you.
He's not faking.
He's got it over you.
Way over me.
He's got it over me.
Because he's not faking. He's not pretending that he's happy. He's not pretending that. If I could, and it's weird, I see online, they're like, all Ming does is basically talk about Brian for the first 20 minutes of the show. Take a break. Yeah, take a break, and then talk about it for the next 20 minutes. Because if I hear he's on, I'll tweet insults to him. But yeah, he does have it. It's so much so that, like, this past week has been such a fucking mental downturn. I don't know where it came from. I thought it might have been the testosterone shit.
Yeah, also,
I was looking at the side effects.
Yeah,
you took a turn for the worse in terms of your mental state.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Way like.
And there's no rhyme or reason for this. Right?
I don't know though. I don't know what.
Well, fucking... no, but you wake up and you're not. What you're not.
Oh, I wake
happy?
up and I'm like, oh God, why am I up already? Like, why is it morning?
Like, why am I up already?
Yeah, like why? Why is it morning already? Why can't I wake up and it's like probably like 7. So I got to get the kid ready for school and stuff. Oh, I wish I could. Yeah, I can't though. I started. I think I talked about it last time. I started taking Ambien. My doctor gave me Ambien, which works really, really well. I fall asleep. I wake up maybe once a night. like a normal person, and then wake up again like in the morning when I should, like seven or whatever.
But you're saying, why is it morning? I wish I was still sleeping because I don't have to feel bad.
Yeah. I wish I was still sleeping or dead, because then you're not like.
But you don't know what's causing you to think this way.
I don't know.
It's like you're not upset about a certain aspect of something that's.
I missed out on Houston with Ming. So.
Like, is it like what you don't know what you're upset about?
No, I can't point.
You can't put one. You can't point to one thing and be like, if this was different, this is the cause of why I feel like shit.
There's lots of stuff like that. I mean, I got like Sage and I went to the daddy-daughter dance a couple weeks ago, and they take pictures, digital pictures, and then they send them home with her today.
You shouldn't have bought them.
Oh my! Well, first I shouldn't have bought them because they're the lowest quality fucking pictures you can imagine. I'm like, I know it was only $15 to go to this thing, but seriously, like, if you're gonna get a photographer, make sure she knows about shutter speeds. Like my arms are like they're all blurry and it's like everything's blurry. And then there's the picture of that's just like a candid photo where we're dancing, and then there's a picture of us like a setups photo with just me and her. She's not smiling. She looks like I have my finger in her butt. It's like the look on her face is like she's stunned. And I literally look like like the Blob, like Steve McQueen, like overtaking her. Like this fat fucking mess, this gelatinous fucking ooze that somehow fucking is ruining the fucking daddy-daughter dance. Like how the Blob broke into the theater and shit in the movie, and everyone's running out screaming. What's up?
What color suit are you wearing that you look like this?
It wasn't a suit.
Oh.
Come on, I'm not going to spend a dime on a suit at the fabric it would take. Jesus, it was just like jeans, and it was actually the same exact outfit I wore on the Talking Bad show. That's my good outfit.
Your Sunday best.
Yeah, pretty much. And I look at it and I'm like, good Lord. I'm like, this is what I look like.
This is what triggered the bad thoughts?
No, it's not even that. That just adds to it throughout the day. I'm telling you, this second I wake up in the morning, I feel so fucking
But what about
anxious.
when you go to bed at night?
Well, but at night it's not bad because I know I'm going to take like the Ambien. I know I'm going to fall asleep. So like, I don't.
But until you take that pill at night, though, you're like feeling the same way.
I'm just waiting to go to bed.
Phew.
I'm just waiting. I wait for like over this past week. I just
hobby or something, bro.
Saturday, Sunday. I like, but I do. There's stuff I did like to do, and I just like I.
You got to find something new that recharges that battery.
I guess so. I've been trying to figure. Today wasn't so bad for some reason, but I've been trying to figure it out lately because it's. And I asked Suzanne. I said, "Is my mood different? Like, do you detect a change in mood over the last couple weeks?" And she said that like 3 or 4 days after the testosterone thing, I've been progressively complaining about more and more, getting mad about shit more and more.
I've actually noticed that too.
Really? Not with her, but just like
you've been rallying against the world and whatnot.
It got to the point where I said yesterday, I looked at something, I'm like, I'm not going on the internet anymore for a while at least, and I didn't go on today. I opened it up today in case right now in case we need it. I'm looking at Elvira, but it's so pointless. This anger. It's so aimless. It has no focus. It's like I read shit and I'm like, I get annoyed by it. And I don't know why. Shit that is meaningless to me. And, or should be meaningless anyway. Stuff that I'm like, why do I have an opinion on this? And why do I care?
Yeah, like
why do other people have an opinion on this? Like, what is wrong with me?
We've spoken a lot this week, the last couple of weeks, you and I. You've been helping me through some stuff, and you were like,
can you imagine I'm the helper?
You are. And like you brought up so many topics to me that I had no fucking idea what you were talking about. And you even said to me,
and I envied you, yeah.
Yeah, you were like, I wish that I fucking had this ability to shut out the world. I knew nothing what you were talking about.
And it's all superficial.
But you know why I think you don't know about it? It's the same reason Sunday Jeff doesn't know about it. Like that was one of the things too. I said, "What do you want to talk about? It's your show. You tell me what you want to talk about. And he said current events. And I was like, Puh! I go, you fucking don't know shit. And I go, and this is a good thing. I said, because you work.
That was funny.
You work, you do what you got to do, and you don't, and then you kind of like put yourself in a cocoon. I think you're in the same boat. He has a lot more free time. He hears and sees all this, stuff that's not that, not that important to him. But you're kind of cocooned by all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's a key is what's it called? Inactivity is the devil's den.
Idle hands do the devil's work.
Yeah, there you go. That's better.
It's a classic.
But yeah, if you're not staying busy, I sent you 2 things weeks ago to try to do for the show. And you're talking about it now. You want to do it now, and I think they'd be great to 2 things that'll be will really pay off for you, for us, and the listeners.
Mm-hmm.
You got to stay busy, and instead of looking online at articles that make you mad, try to turn that anger into a bit for here, not a bit like that aggression or that little bit of energy.
Everything's angry.
No, and use it as a springboard to what we were talking about.
Mm-hmm. Well, today I got up and like I said yesterday, I read something that I'm like, that's it. I'm done. I cleared my iPad. I cleared the memory on it. I gave it to Suzanne. I was like, take it. I don't want it.
I'll take it.
You have an iPad. I'm looking at it right here.
My
Am I rich? I'm going to keep my laptop because I'll use it to write. I was like, but I'm not going to sit there.
Yeah, this isn't a ploy to get rich
on the
to
couch.
send you an iPad, is it?
My iPad's gone now, and I kind of need another one.
Rich, don't send him one. It's bullshit.
You think Rich still listens? You ever talk to you still? Here and there?
I don't know if he still listens because he never sends me any kind
iPads.
And our correspondence week is basically just about hockey, and he never really mentions the show or hasn't mentioned the show in quite some time. Mm-hmm. So,
right.
Which it doesn't.
Of course,
it doesn't matter. Yeah. I mean, if people, it's tough to listen to 200 plus episodes, and keep up the energy level. We can barely fucking do it.
All right. But like I said today, I went out of my way to not look at the internet, and I sat down and I wrote a bit for the 4-page bit for the claymation movie.
Nice.
And then once I saw that fucking picture of me looking like a behemoth, I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna write down some exercise, even if I fucking walk 5 minutes.
I thought for a second I thought you were going to write down some stuff and put it in a new bank of tears.
Manifestos and shit. No. The all-new bank of tears.
A new bank of tears.
There's more stuff. Part 2.
Well, yeah, you texted me last night and said Q's not coming. I thought you were still coming, and I was like, so you're not coming either? And you're like, well, I'll come. But I was hoping you and Q would carry the
last night I was hoping
the show because I'm not feeling well, and I know you told me Q wasn't feeling well either lately, and I'm like, fuck it, man. I tried to carry it last week. It's hard as hell. I don't want to do it again. But I did come up with a lot of subjects, not a lot, but enough subjects I think that are interesting.
Oh yeah, what you got?
Yeah. I got Q. Can I make an admission to you and the listeners?
Please.
You would talk about your cat.
Yeah.
And I never said it out loud, or maybe I did. You'd have to go back and listen to the tapes. But I kind of snickered at your love and affection for a cat because
really?
I was like, how could any human being how could any human being how can a human being
right
find the affection / connection to a cat,
right?
When there is an animal out there that I think connects way more. It's like a socket into a
right.
What's that called?
You're talking about a dog.
Yeah, I'm talking about a dog.
Sure.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a monkey. Maybe.
No.
A male female
dog.
connection.
Like man's best friend. I'm a big believer in that. My dog it's truly like a part of the family,
Sure.
and I'll have to admit, you would tell me these things, And,
Like he's an asshole.
Did I say out loud that he was?
No, you never said it out loud.
You could see it on your face, definitely. The judgment, the harsh judgment.
I don't know. But I may have. I mean, if I did, I deserve a lot of. I apologize to you right now.
I can guess what you found.
And I want
a lot of people have sent me this.
And I want to dedicate this show.
Okay.
And I want to see if you'll do something on this show today.
Oh wow!
To show, how much cats.
All right.
And
I have a question for you as a dog person too. After he's done with this,
all right.
I'm sure you've seen it. You're on the internet. I'm sure you've seen it. It's taken the world by storm.
Grumpy cat.
No, the Hitler cat. No. You guys, I get so many people sending me Hitler cats now. You guys should talk about this on You Hit Learn Something new every day. And I'm like, it's just a cat that looks like Hitler. How could that be newsworthy?
Yeah.
But I'm talking about Tara, the hero cat who saved a boy from the pit bull or the Rottweiler.
I saw that video.
You've seen the video.
It's pretty incredible.
I have not seen the video now.
You should go, not now, but I'm sure a lot of listeners. You don't want to get away on the internet anymore.
It's pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But it defies the laws of nature. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, how so? Which laws are you talking about? Because I've always found cats to be
cats standing up to dogs.
Yeah,
dogs chase cat.
Right.
That's God's number one fucking
number one rule. That's right.
Right.
Men should marry men and dogs chase cats. Two things God laid down.
Do you see what I mean? Like this is what fucking.
You are in a bad mood.
I just dropped gold.
I go to look for the video, and the second thing to come up, the shameless commercialization of Tara the hero cat. It's like somebody always has a fucking problem with something.
All right, turn it up.
Fuck off.
Take his computer away. I'm telling you, this is good stuff right here.
I'm gonna watch a video as you're talking about it.
But how is this not proof that A,
right,
a cat is just as good as a dog,
sure,
and B, reincarnation.
You got something else.
Well, that's just my thoughts.
Okay.
There's no way a cat does this.
Sure.
With this kind of level of intensity, if there's not some sort of angel inhibiting that body of that feline at that point.
Well, I mean, cats are pack animals.
Are they?
Sure, they hunt solitary.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you're right.
They hunt solitary, but they form clouders and stuff like that. So I think that's what happened there.
So he adopted this boy as his own?
Yeah, that happened.
Oh, this was not a.
They're pack animals. Cats are pack animals.
Has Mr. Whiskers shown any signs of this kind of level of?
Mr. Whiskers, save me! There's a fucking Rottweiler attacking.
Could you depend on Mr. Whiskers for this kind of?
Not him.
Defense.
Doesn't he attack you all the time?
No. Mr. Whiskers is a very gentle cat. The kitten. Well, it's not a kitten anymore, but Brooklyn Cat has shown that sort of
protective. Behavior?
Like protective, more like because my family has my brother's dog comes to my house fairly often, and whenever he's around, she doesn't like it when he comes near me. She freaks out.
But I would say this though
he's not attacking me. He's
right. I would say that this is not something to be applauded by Mr. Whiskers or Brooklyn Cat because it's not really your brother should like this cat knew that this was a threat to the boy.
No. I'm not saying they're on the same level at all. I'm just.
Oh my God!
Isn't it crazy?
You're not comparing Brooklyn Cat to Tara, are you?
No. Of course not.
Brooklyn Cat will never throw out the ceremonial first pitch.
That's what I was going to get into, man. You should see what's happened to this cat since then. Hugh.
And how about the mom like chasing the cat around to save the cat after that dog was fucking.
Yeah.
This is why like people.
Her.
I whoa. And they show the dog bite too afterwards.
Yeah, the dog bite was pretty bad too.
Whoa,
he
got stitches and everything.
Yeah. He did turn out to be...
That cat fucking flew out of nowhere to save that kid. Holy
this
shit.
cat, Q, you know what's happened to this cat since? It's thrown out, like Brian said, a first pitch at a minor league baseball game, went to a minor league hockey game, dropped the puck. It's been rewarded with some sort of recognition, maybe some medals, it looks like here.
Good.
And I know this probably makes you feel bad. Bri. I know no one's seen what this cat's accomplished all
Tara
this stuff.
Cat was
and-
euthanized.
Wait, let me guess. Can I guess?
You're just getting, it makes me feel bad. This cat's done more
in
to
a
help
couple
the
minutes,
world
than you
I have.
Well, I actually got news for you. That cat actually starting next week on the Smodcast Podcast Network has a podcast with Ming and Chen. Yeah. Called Tara and Ming. Tear it up.
Do you also this story is the greatest story. It's turned my opinion around on felines. The cat followed them home from a park.
Get out. That's
Really?
how they adopted
In
him?
2008, this cat followed this family home from a park, and they decided to keep it.
How awesome
this
is
is
it that
crazy.
the dog is this afraid of the cat? Like, that dog tears ass. Like, he's
That
fucking-
cat goes at him, man. It was total confidence.
Yeah.
But I say, in honor today, we'll dedicate this show to Tara the cat today.
All right, I like it.
And will you legally change Mr. Whisker's name to Tara on the show today?
Legally? Just for the day or for
No,
good?
for good.
No,
Come on, kid, that'd be a great moment.
And
This cat's throwing out the first pitch.
It might get picked up by the wire, though.
Yeah.
Brian Q renames his cat Tara in honor of Tara the hero cat.
And then he could, like, make appearances, like, how Gallagher...
Yeah, it could be a Tara lookalike, maybe,
Right.
like
Just shamelessly pose as Tara the Cat.
you go to cons,
Yeah,
pose
wait a
with
minute.
Q and Tara the cat.
I honestly think if I went to the con, I would want to see the cat over Ming. Like, there's two lines I can stand on.
I'm not kidding around. I was telling Ming today, I go, don't you feel bad or don't you feel a little awkward when he told me one of the best aspects of going to the cons are seeing people walk up to the table and they're sincerely happy to see him. And,
That's the worst feeling for me.
And I'm kind of like, I go, but don't you think to yourself, like,
I've done nothing.
you've done nothing to deserve this kind of reaction by people?
What's his face like?
This cat deserves more recognition and more joy.
I'll tell you what.
Than Ming Chen or any of us will bring to him.
I'm willing to rename Ming Chen.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it. Come on, man. How many cats you got?
I got 3.
You can't rename one of them Tara?
I like my cats.
Maybe just for a week?
If he was unwilling to bend, I was going to literally name Suzanne Tara for the next week. That's how much.
Well, that's better. Let's go with that.
That's done. That's better.
That's better.
By the wire. Man renamed his girl
Yeah, I'm like,
Tara in honor of cat.
Cat's done more than she ever has, claims man.
Suzanne goes, yeah. It's true.
I mean, I never thought about it until I saw the video and he brought it up, but I mean, he's kind of right.
The press is like, do you think this will like springboard you onto doing acts of bravery and making a difference, Tara? Suzanne doesn't answer. And then she goes, Suzanne, he's talking to you. You're Tara now.
Tara, hello, wake up.
All right, I love it. So, like, Suzanne should
When you
change her
told
name on
Suzanne
Twitter
that
now.
you would cover her in gasoline over the cat. And
Oh,
it
yeah,
sent
she
her
got
to a
mad.
fucking 2-day tizzy.
She was infuriated. 20 million views on YouTube, more than 20
I mean,
million.
it's crazy.
It's deserved of 200 million
She's
views.
getting her own holiday. And it was the neighbor's dog, they say.
Yeah, they had to put that dog down, I heard.
Did they really? I mean,
And the
Like,
family,
that dog
and the
is hunting
I know,
for
but that
whatever
family
reason.
is so good, though. You know what they said? That they were like, they don't blame the dog. They don't care.
I
They're
saw
just
that,
happy
yeah.
that the son is okay.
Right.
And they had no malice toward the dog, but I guess it's just part of the regulations when a dog does something like that.
Sure.
It's too dangerous to keep around.
It's unfortunate, but yeah.
Yeah. But that was my first story, Q.
Do you guys think that any dog can snap like that? No, right? Like
No,
some dogs
I don't believe
have
any
it.
dog can do because if you have like a little hot dog,
Yeah,
come on, or a fucking what's a little
like a mini
Mexican
pin or
dog,
something like that.
little chihuahua.
little Chihuahua.
Yeah. Well, I don't mean the
Even-
viciousness. I mean just the snapping.
Like,
No, I believe there's some dogs.
I
that
don't
just-
think that dog snapped. It looked like this is not the first like little kid he's
He
hunted.
was like hunting, man. He was
yeah.
like fucking.
He like saw him and he like runs around like
Yeah.
I think there's some dogs that are just so benevolent. Is that how you say it?
benevolent.
Sure.
Yeah.
That they'll no matter what you do to them, they'll
Right.
never bite you.
Yeah, they're
just
always
so good.
like
They're
always
just so
looking out.
good natured, or just so not don't have it in them to have that violent streak.
I love that. The dog didn't even know it hit him. I know this is the part of the show people love most.
Oh,
the
must
ads.
be an ad. All right,
yeah.
nice.
Well, this is a product though you can get behind now.
Absolutely.
This is a product that I actually have paid to use past the.
Before you were paid to talk about it.
No, they gave us the 3 months for free, and I paid to keep it.
Really?
That's not as impressive as I had it before we even started.
That's what I thought too. I thought you would just go with that one.
Well, I was trying to be honest.
Especially since it's so specific to HuluPlus.com.
I'm trying to be honest.
Try not to do.
Well, real quick, while in the middle of this ad, though, you guys didn't listen last week, but Declan had his first quote-unquote credited speaking role.
Get out!
Tell him, Steve Dave.
What did he do?
He's introing the bands that play at the end.
Right.
And I wanted to ask you guys, I don't know if you guys knew this, but I think this is
There's some rock and rollers straight from the United States. Everybody, let's get down.
I'm spinning the only platter that matters.
Are they only Irish band that I remember? I guess you two should be the
Sean O'Connor for you. Along with you too.
I was thinking of Dexy's Midnight Runners. Were they Irish?
I don't think so. Were they?
The Pogues.
Oh, okay, maybe I'm wrong. But anyway,
Black 47. All right, yeah.
He sent me an email, and this says a lot about.
I feel important.
About you're talking about the Kardashians being a precursor to the end of society as we know it.
Yeah.
He sent me an email with an image of a birth certificate that someone named their child after Declan.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I met them. I met them in Chicago.
Bro.
Well,
can you give me, without being rude, could you describe the parents of a baby who would name it after the sound guy on a fucking third-rate podcast?
I can't help but feel offended. If you're shite, then what does that make me? Actually, I mean, in all honesty, I'd be honest with you, 100% honesty, they were actually really nice. And the guy, the mom, the wife didn't come until the second day, but the guy said the mom really wanted to name the kid Declan.
Okay.
And
it
so,
had nothing to do with, she just liked the sound of the name.
She liked the name Declan,
Did
yes.
she even listen to Tell Him Steve Dave?
I don't think so. It didn't seem like she did, but he did. He definitely did. And he wanted to name the kid Quinn, like the middle name. He goes, "Can I pick the middle name?" And she said, "Okay." So he was like, "I want it to be Quinn." So it's Declan
In
Quinn.
honor of BQ?
No, in honor of Declan.
Declan.
I think.
No.
Yeah.
Not even honor of Q?
Oh, I mean,
You wouldn't feel at least bit like, well, that doesn't make any sense.
No, not at all, man. Declan's the man. I'm down with that.
You said that was your experience over in England, right?
He's fucking dude. He's the man. I'm telling you.
But still, I mean, I'm to take nothing away from Declan. I never would, because I think he is.
You just did.
But how could you not feel like, well...
Bro, I'm third banana on a third-rate podcast. I'm fourth banana on a fucking fourth-rate TV show. Who the fuck is naming anything after me?
But you've got to admit, though, that your accomplishments are a bit more than
They're more public.
without trying to get too, real.
Right. I don't know.
I would name my kid Tara before I named it Declan.
I would have a hard time naming a goldfish I went at the fair.
You throw it in the garbage on the way out.
Flopping around.
Bye, Declan.
Just hear it flipping and flopping in the fucking bag.
Dad, where's Declan? Don't worry about it.
He ran away.
I saw an email. I looked at it for a good 5 minutes in awe.
All right.
That because he had no context to tell me of how this came to be. He was almost almost sheepishly sending me this email. He goes, "Can you believe this? What crazy world we live in?
Right.
That they named a kid after the sound guy." And I'm like, I needed a jolt of fucking like a defibrillator to bring me back because I was like, I can't believe it.
2 minutes ago, Ming says he's going to be a rapper. Now I'm dealing with this shit.
I swear a little bit of for your information, but there was kids who named their kid like Hitler and Adolf.
Yeah.
Right? That I was gonna like, and I was more stunned at the parents who named their kid Declan.
That kid should be taken away. I'm almost positive that guy seemed to be a regular listener. So if he listens,
Will he be upset with me? I don't want him to be mad at me.
Oh no, I don't think so at all.
But I mean, I have to take it as I like the name Declan.
Mm-hmm.
It's not because it's like some sort of like an honor of Declan. Right? Would you say it? Would you agree with that, or would you? Or you?
I think it's.
I can live with that a lot easier.
An honor seems to that would be strong. Maybe that would be strong. And when Declan starts writing you like, also Kevin named Harley Quinn after me, then I'd worry about him. Dexy's Midnight Runners, by the way, were an English pop band.
No, they weren't.
Come on, Eileen. It was so popular. A bunch of fucking people jumping around in
overalls.
In overalls, it was crazy. Yeah. So if that guy's at Tell Him Steve Dave, I don't know if we'll see it or not, but he can give me the
Papa?
the proud Papa.
Give you a little bit of backstory.
We'll get a call. Why don't we have him dial in?
And give us the
email. Why don't you have him email you, and we'll have him call and explain himself.
All right, yeah. If you want to explain that, you can. Anybody can email in though now.
Well, don't be a dickhead. If you're the real dad, just email in.
Well, we'll have Declan connect us to him.
Okay, Declan reach you. Declan knows the guy. He must because he got the birth certificate.
Yeah, so Declan can
Declan's
contact
the
him.
Godfather
And then
too. He told me. All right, back to what are we pushing again?
Hulu Plus.
HuluPlus.com.
Which I've had since before they asked us to sign on as advertisers.
Hopefully I won't forget to cut that first part out. They're pretty good though, Hulu Plus.
They are pretty good.
Now that here's the thing, like I complain about the internet, but really it's not the internet that bothers me because the internet, it's people.
Yeah.
The internet gives you the ability to get HuluPlus.com, which to me just, it means spending more of my life inside a fake world than my own.
Sometimes a fake world's better than the real world.
Sometimes.
Usually it's the case, I find. So what is it? Tell them HuluPlus.com/TESD, and you get 2 weeks for free, not the fucking 3 months like Super Q over here.
Yep.
$7.99 a month after that, which is pretty cheap. It's pretty expensive.
Come on.
It's nothing for what you get.
If you just listen to this episode, then you know that you shouldn't be spending money on a wedding.
You should have lots of money sitting around.
20 years from now, let's flash forward. We're on episode probably in 1,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
We got to get Declan Quinn, the baby.
Yeah.
Who's now a 20-year-old.
Oh, yeah.
Get his thoughts about when he finally, like, Mom, Dad, who'd you name me after?
Some fucking broken down Irishman in fucking a podcast that hasn't fucking been around.
Oh, that's gonna be a tough explanation.
Yeah, did you ever ask your mom like who'd you name me after?
Yeah, I know who.
Yeah,
so you were father's father.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we've had the middle name Lee in our family. Everybody Lee, the girls, different spelling, but Lee.
My daughters all have the same middle name. Kept it in the family.
Really?
Yeah, Ann.
No clue as to why it's Lee though.
Huh.
I told the girls that it was from my side the Ann came from because my middle name is Jason. And I said and my mom always wanted me to be a girl. I said so she said Jace Ann. I told them this long convoluted story of why they had the name Ann.
Did it annoy them?
They weren't paying attention. Should have named him Declan.
Yeah, better than Declan for sure. Yeah.
Retroactively.
There's nothing wrong with it.
All right, Hulu Plus.
HuluPlus.com/TESD.
Do you get any kind of bonuses, any kind of breaks, any kind of...
I don't think I named them.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, it's an extra 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Or something like
Great.
that.
It's
or
great.
That's 2 weeks
whatever
of your
you
life.
get, even if you don't get a break, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah. What are you going to watch TV on the fucking network schedule?
Life gives you
slaves?
Life gives you very few
That
breaks
is
in life. Take it from me.
That's right there.
Yeah.
You summed it all up.
Yeah.
Take off your fucking shackles, you
right.
fucking automatons.
Stop sucking NBC's dick.
Get off the teat.
Get on fucking Hulu Plus's dick.
Hey, it's Bri here. Go to audiblepodcast.com/TESD. I guess that TESD code puts you in a very special class of people. Get a free audiobook and a 30-day trial. You can go get a book, then you can get the Tell 'em Steve Dave Fairy Retail Theater. A lot of people say, hey, go get an expensive book, and then Tell 'em Steve Dave Fairy Retail Theater, just buy that, right? I don't know. However you want to do it, and it's fine by me. I use it. I'm looking right now. Salem's Lot. Devil in the White City. Ordeal by Hunger. The Worst Hard Time. Earth Abides. Blood and Thunder. The Passage. The Butcher. All kinds of stuff. I just sit there and zone out and listen to my audiobooks and dream of a world that doesn't so closely mirror hell. And you can too. All you got to do is go to audiblepodcast.com/TESD and they'll give you a couple perks. Not the kind of perks I like, but you know. Again, that's audiblepodcast.com/TESD. Was that short enough for you? You complainers, you bastards? You know who you are. But my question to you as the dog person is I have a place I go. It's a little coffee shop in town in Highlands. It's not a Starbucks or anything.
Why do you have to make that?
Because it's not like a big chain. But you'll see why in a second.
Okay.
It's owned by some girl. She's a nice girl, hippie-ish kind of. It's a smaller place though, but it's one of these places where people are free to bring their dogs in. It's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 tables and then a little back area with a couch, right? There are people who bring in dog, like there's one dog that's so big and it just like lays down in front of the counter. You can't get around it. And then there are people like Sage has had bad experiences with dogs twice now. So she's afraid of dogs. Now, I'm not the kind of person that's like, like gets overly worked up about it, but she doesn't like dogs. She just doesn't like, she's afraid of them. People are constantly like, they take it personally. Like, oh, well, she doesn't bite. And it's like, well, the dog that bit her, that's what this person said too, you know? Yeah. It's, to me, I'm just like, why do you need to bring your dog into a fucking, and I'm sure there are going to be people that are annoyed by this.
An eatery?
An eatery, yeah. Like,
I thought it was against the law.
I thought so too, but I saw it in LA a
Unless
lot.
People
would
dogs.
do it. These are not working dogs. And like somebody brings in this boxer, very cute dog, but it's so high energy and it's jumping all over everyone. It tries to jump on stage until the lady and then of course
sounds like my dog.
The dogs that never like, oh, they're not aggressive. All of a sudden they're dog fighting in the middle of this fucking coffee shop. And I'm like, I just don't get it. I don't understand why people.
I bet you Starbucks wouldn't allow that.
Starbucks would definitely not allow it.
Maybe.
Yeah, but it's not like somebody's going to be like, this place the closest Starbucks isn't Burbank. it's over here. But I don't understand that. But I don't have a dog. I don't have that.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't bother me, but I mean, obviously, it's different if you have a child though that's petrified of dogs. I mean, that is a problem then.
Even at that, I don't mind. Like, I don't mind like dealing with it. But when you have a dog that's jumping all over everyone, it's like, I'm just down here trying to get a tea and something to make me fatter. I don't want your dog on my lap or licking me or like you love your dog. That's great. But I just don't. I don't want them fucking bothering me. And that's all there is to it. I don't, like you said, I didn't even know it was legal, but there are some people.
Well, I imagine the Board of Health would have a problem with having a whole bunch of dogs in a place that eat.
I don't know. There were like
right?
3 dogs in there.
Kitchen.
3 dogs the other day. No, they did. They do. They bake stuff on premises.
No, but the dogs aren't in the kitchen.
Oh no.
Yeah.
The dogs are. I didn't hear the dog bark.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's up to the place. Isn't it?
I like your dog though. Like when I like.
She's a
I love Brody and I love Socks too. Very energetic and fun.
She'd be bouncing all over you. She'd be doing the same things that you're annoyed at right now.
It's different though. Like if I go over to your house, I for some reason I feel like that's different than.
Yeah, if you're in my house and you're complaining,
you can't throw the dog out.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, like it's.
But if they put a sign in the window and said this place is dog friendly, would that change it for you? If they're like, hey, this is a dog friendly place, like. you could choose not to come here, but we want the place to be dog friendly.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I still, even though the sign's not there, I still feel that way. Like, obviously, it's understood that it's dog friendly.
All right,
Which
so-
to me
So what
is,
are
which
you
to me
saying?
is
So then what are you
fine.
talking about?
Yeah,
So
what
go
are you
somewhere
saying,
else.
then?
I do go somewhere else.
Oh, all right, great.
Yeah, I don't go there anymore. I mean,
Oh, you
I'll
stopped
go
going there because of this.
Well, I'll go and I'll pick stuff up, but I don't go down there to like.
I don't
to
like
sit and eat. Yeah, there's something else I don't like. Because of that, because I just like I
It's
can't.
old man Johnson. He hates the dogs.
Oh my god, dude! I hate the world. Like it's beyond dogs. It's everything. Go on before I start.
All right. So next up, then.
All right. Well,
What do you think? We're going to rename Suzanne Tara.
Yes.
In honor of the hero cat.
Yep.
But I think we all got to agree that cat
It's a great cat.
should be treated from now until the day it dies
Yeah.
like royalty,
Yeah.
right?
Like back in Egypt days when
Yes.
they got worshipped and shit like
You
that.
know,
Yeah,
a guy who works here, Mark.
Yeah.
He told me.
He was fired. Tara now works here. That's actually a Tara imposter.
He would not let me rename him during store hours, Tara.
So you
I
shook
fired him.
during store hours. You
No.
can have your own name when you're done.
When I got to know
off
him
the clock.
before he got the job here and how he would come and hang out at the store and we would talk and everything. We would talk for a long time. He told me about he had an operation for his cat.
Okay.
He paid an ungodly amount of money for it. And the cat still didn't make it.
That's the worst.
Yeah, and I was thinking, like, well, what person would spend that? We're talking tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, like, what person would spend that money on a cat? Tara.
Yeah.
Tara could definitely. Tara deserves to be
Well, I would spend that on my
utmost-
cats.
Mr. Whiskers. I mean,
Sure. Any of them.
but the accomplishments may have a factor in, though, don't they?
No, I think it's if you love something or not.
All right.
You want to take
Okay.
take
I would
care.
take her.
What
own
if Tara's an
cats into
asshole
account.
cat?
What?
Like we said, like
Doesn't matter.
off
doesn't
camera,
matter.
you text the kid right after that.
That's like Sully, the guy who landed that plane.
Right.
He could be an asshole.
He could like beat his wife now.
Yeah,
It's
it
like-
doesn't matter. He's still a hero.
Well, he saved 50 women, so he could terrorize one.
A couple of years ago, Suzanne went by the name Sully for a week. Any chance I get?
Yeah, the concept of using a news story immediately go, how can I honor them?
Yeah. I'm like, hey, Bob. She's like, oh, God, what are you reading now? Why's my name Bob?
I don't know if this is going to upset you, Bri,
Okay.
Probably.
or but this one has been known to do it to you in the past, but I don't think it can not be
no.
talked about and get our thoughts on. And because, I mean, it is the story of the year, I imagine. Well, not the story of the year, but it's pretty big news. Kim Kardashian, Kanye West marriage.
Right.
You've seen how much they spent on it, right?
It's pretty gross. Like all those marble statues they had commissioned at the last minute, and fucking only one of them survived.
Wait, what happened?
How much did they spend on the wedding? Do you know offhand? I heard it was upwards of $3 million. Or is that to me? I would have thought it was more,
I
though.
would think so too. Hold on.
Is that a
made
mockery?
money on the wedding, though, right?
I would imagine
Like
they had
they
to.
sold it up, right, left, and down. Of course.
Do
they
you
made money.
think that?
How is this? It says they may have spent anywhere from $7.5 to $30 million. Like that's a pretty
big-
big fucking window.
Do you think it's a mockery of marriage, Q, to have that kind of pomp and circumstance?
I mean, you have to understand that I don't hold marriage in very high esteem. But let me put on that hat.
Okay.
I'm like, okay.
Try.
Then, I
Those
mean,
people are saying around $3 million. It appears.
$3 million.
Yeah.
I don't. Fuck. I guess it's there.
Or do you think it's like, hey, they got the money.
They
If
got
they want
the
to spend
money.
it that way, who cares? But do you think it's just?
I'll tell you
too
what.
much?
I think I'll tell you what. Let me put it this way. I think I'd rather them spend between $3 and fucking $30 million on it than some poor fucking guy who makes $60,000 a year drop fucking $30
It's
grand.
poor in your book, huh?
No, that's not poor. That's like who makes like $60,000 a year, like drop like $30,000 on a wedding, or you know what I mean? Like right now,
Weddings are fucking expensive.
weddings in New York now
yeah.
in Staten Island are about $40,000 for what's acceptable. Not even talking about
Do you think that
30,000 is for
this
security.
changes the curve for girls watching this who are like, oh my God, I need my wedding to have something like this.
Well,
does
girls
this
that you
change
wouldn't want to marry.
perception?
Well, let me tell you something. If it does, then whoever marries those girls, they deserve what they get.
What do you mean?
If some girl's watching fucking Kim and Kanye's wedding and is like, I gotta match that, then
Well, not match it, but
fucking
like,
dopey idiot.
but I can't go the Staten Island way.
Okay.
I gotta go. This is. They see this, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't think dudes are into marriage, right? In terms of like all the
no.
all the bells and whistles and the planning and the whole spectacle. Like they don't dream about their wedding day.
No, they all got fucking badgered into it over the course of years. Of course they're not into it.
But you know what I'm saying? Like in I've never met another man who was like, well, I've always envisioned my wedding day being like this. They really don't
You never hear a man say, my dream wedding consists of black. They never say that.
I mean, because I think a lot of guys just don't want to deal with that kind of ceremony. It's just
It's so annoying.
There's a show on it. I saw it a couple of weeks ago. I was waiting for something else to come on. It came out. It's called Extreme Weddings. And it's not this extreme, but it's people who these people have fucking money. That money that you're just like, I cannot believe. Like they're spending $12,000 just on flowers.
Yeah.
And then it's like every single fucking thing that you can imagine for like this Cinderella type wedding. Shit that you're just like, it would never even have occurred to me to do this. But they got it. And it's like the wedding cost like $6 million. It was like some internet entrepreneurs.
Do you think there's a backlash for Kim and Kanye about this wedding? Or do you think people are just like, it has to be this big? And if it wasn't, there would be just as much an outcry of like, well, I can't believe it was so not
like they have
lavish.
an expectation to live up to.
Do you think that most people are smart enough or just at this point in our society aware enough to realize that they're a product and that the wedding is just another extension of that product?
Are you going on record as saying that you don't believe the Kim and Kanye union isn't real?
Well, I'm going to go on record as saying from where I'm standing, it looks like just more of the machine.
It's a business decision?
It's a business entertainment thing, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think
They're not in love?
Is it possible?
No.
Why do you say that?
They are the living, breathing personification of narcissism. Both of them. They're the most egotistical male and female to exist in America right now.
They know it. They claim it.
Yeah. So for these two people to get together, how could they possibly care about another person as much as they do themselves? I don't think they can.
Yeah, I agree.
Although I'll tell you what, like this is one of those things that I was like, it started to annoy me. And then just out of nowhere, I caught the footage way back during Hurricane Katrina with Mike Myers. Do you remember seeing that?
Yeah.
I fucking forgave Kanye West for anything.
Well, what was it?
It's fucking genius. It's Mike
President
Myers.
Bush hates black people?
And Kanye West and Mike Myers is like, it's a time where everyone needs to come together and blah, blah, blah. And out of nowhere, Kanye West goes, George Bush doesn't care about black people.
I remember that,
and the look on Mike Myers' face when he fucking turns, it's fucking brilliant. It's the most awkward moment ever. You haven't seen it?
I saw it when it first aired.
Oh my God, it was so fucking funny that it made me laugh just how out of nowhere
But
it
he
was.
wasn't trying to make you laugh.
No, he wasn't. But I didn't care. I was like, I don't know. I gave him a pass on anything.
Do you think
it's just
like
hysterical.
I had this thought, and I'm like, I can't believe somebody else in their inner circle didn't have this thought.
He's black.
How could they not have had the genius idea to do a wedding?
To invite Tara the cat.
Should have been the ring bearer.
To take and do a wedding on the cheap and then donate all that money to brides who are getting married so they could have their dream weddings that they never had. How fucking
they don't care.
They have been treated. That would have been such a great move to make, right?
I don't know. I think, in theory, yes.
Like if they're like, we're going to do ours, and we're going to take all the money that we would have spent, and we're going to give it to people who are our fans or who we see that that we want to have let their dream wedding.
They can at least afford a Staten Island version wedding.
Yeah, how great would that have been? A PR move.
I don't think that
It would be completely. I mean, I would be stunned. It would be completely unexpected from anyone who knows these two for what they are. What you say, like you say, it's a product. It's a fucking machine that's nonstop. Like I saw an article the other day about the one sister who was now they call her a supermodel. I'm like, who says this? Like, who has
Is she a model?
that she's a model?
Well, she has to make a certain amount of money, then she's deemed a supermodel.
Is that it? It's based on income.
money, yeah.
I don't think so. Though. I mean, I don't think she's made enough.
You get enough. You have to garner enough moolah per shoot. I think.
Anyway, it wasn't even about the supermodel girl. It's about the younger sister who's taking, like, she wasn't at the wedding, but she's taking pictures of herself. And it's like she celebrates her 10 millionth Instagram follower by twerking.
Okay.
And there's so many things in that sentence that fucking annoyed me and made me fucking wish I wasn't a part of real society. 10 million followers. Likes, yeah, I mean, more and more, dude. The fact I'm like twerking. A 16-year-old is twerking to celebrate her 10 millionth follower. I'm like, holy fuck, what is going on?
Right.
What has happened to fucking pop culture? Where it's like, this is the shit people care about. And people do care about it.
Oh, people care about this big time. Did you know who performed at the wedding queue?
Oh, who?
Lana Del Rey. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of her.
Okay, I haven't. It's a big hit.
I've heard of her.
Artist.
She's one of these singers that I think she's okay. She's fine. But people say that her dad's really rich and that she bought her way into the business.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever heard one of her
That's
songs.
what I've heard.
How about John Legend?
Heard of him? Sure.
Okay, he performed. Andrea Bocelli serenaded the couple
Never heard
in Florence.
He's one of
Are
the
you impressed with the
tenors,
way I
right?
pronounced it or the person?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
No, I mean, sure. Your pronunciation. No, the person is. I mean, I guess if you pay people, they're going to come, right?
And reportedly, Kanye performed a rap during the reception.
I'll bet you Ming wishes he could get married again simply for that reason.
Well, I want to play you guys something.
Oh,
really?
In honor of Kanye and Kim's marriage to
Sure.
I heard this, and I want to let you guys hear this.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's MC Ming Chen. Got a special message from the happy couple, Kim and Kanye. Now, I know my invite probably got lost in the mail. I didn't get it, but I still got them this little wedding present. So here we go. What's up, everybody? And I just wanted to say, I'm overjoyed and happy on this special day. Yo, what's up, Kim K and my man Kanye? Down the aisle with wedded bliss. You did it your way. Well, I guess you was happy, and I guess you liked it, because you went right ahead and you put a ring on it. You got that big ass forever. You made Kim K your wife, and now you can truly pop champagne and say, welcome to the good life. Living by the law, no longer filthy sin.
Is this a telephone
So
book's
here's
worth
a
a rap,
yo,
too?
congrats from the Bicentennial Battle winners. I sell nuts, yo. Winners, still champions, 2019. Ming Chen out.
Kim, what do you think of that?
Too stunned into silence. That there's nothing this fucking guy won't do for attention. Jesus Christ almighty.
I mean,
It's depressing.
I don't know whether it's just be embarrassed for him or to be worried about him. Like, what?
He's rendered speechless. And you said make up a rap for Kim and Kanye, and he's like, right away. And it's so weird too. It's like MC. Like,
Oh wait,
his
Ming
initials
did
are
that
MC
for you
Ming.
at your behest.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You thought he just did it for no reason?
Yeah. Oh, well, all right. Now it's okay. Dude, I was really like, I don't know. I don't think I know Ming. Okay. Thank God. My reaction was genuine. I thought he had just made that.
I should have told him.
I know. I thought you just would have assumed that. Walt was like, hey, can you do a rap for Kim and Kanye?
Wow.
Yeah, but I thought that, the Smodco's own resident rapper should, at least send out some well wishes and some, congratulations to the happy couple.
It's not Carl, the guy who's actually a professional rapper. It's Ming.
Well, there is. Smodco does have a professional rapper.
Jensen. Yeah, he's the guy who runs the art gallery.
show is
1988
he
out
on?
in L.A. I can't get up on it. I think the name of the show is.
Is it still on? Smutko?
The show? I think he doesn't do it regularly, but I mean, Ming
Well, I think
has all claims to it now. I guess.
Well,
but he's actually
hasn't won a rap battle yet, Ming. So
that's true. But he's actually a really good rapper.
So is Ming.
Yeah, Ming's pretty good too. I think if Kanye and Kim were like, it's one of these two,
I mean, my God.
they probably would go with Ming. So your question originally was, does it sort of
is it a mockery of love and marriage?
I feel like marriage is a mockery of marriage at this point. When 60% or more end in divorce, it's like, what's the point anymore, really?
Well, you mean you hope.
Unless you want to like validate your kids so they don't get called bastards at school, that kind of thing. And yeah, I guess everybody, like nobody goes in, or most people, 99% of people don't go into it on their wedding day.
How you don't think it will last? It's not a union that will last.
Nah, I don't think so.
Well, is this her third or fourth? Third?
I don't know. I never even knew
It's
she
at
was
least
married
Chris Humphries
before.
and one other guy.
Let's say Kim was a big fan of Impractical Jokers and she gave you guys the invite. Would
Sure.
you guys go?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Listen. I have nothing against anybody that likes my show. You know,
Right, but you wouldn't feel like I'm out of place here. I can't be here.
I mean, well, I feel out of place so many places. I think that, look, whatever, do it. I don't know, dude. I'm still stunned over the Ming rap thing. My mind is still like I can't shift out of the fact that he made a rap for.
You know how fast he wrote that?
How fast?
It sounds pretty fast.
You said you comment on he rhymed it and it.
Yeah.
But he is so eager to rap that I truly do think he thinks he's good at it, though. But hey,
He's at least
It's a hobby.
eager. Sure.
Yeah.
you know,
That's what I should
it's an
rap
outlet.
all day.
It's an outlet.
Rather than sit around stewing about news articles.
Why wouldn't you go to you'd go to the Kanye wedding, right?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
No fucking
Oh,
way.
God.
I can't stand them. I can't stand
You would
these.
never even see him. The wedding's so big, you'd just be eating awesome food, and the food's good. The
I mean,
bands,
unless I was going as a Tell 'em Steve Dave investigative reporter.
well, everything you do at this
Yeah, I
point should
guess
be as
so.
a Tell 'em
Yeah,
Steve
I
Dave
know.
investigative
Took a piss
reporter.
earlier. Bathroom conditions later on. I mean, if somebody went with me alone, yeah,
You get a +1.
Yeah,
You can bring Tara.
Tara, yeah.
We're thinking about having a wedding someday. Staten Island style, of course.
Our dream is to have it. What's it called? The person who marries you, administered by? Is that what they would say by? By Tara the cat.
Yeah, Tara the cat got ordained as an online preacher.
You know, I went to see some sort of pet expo up in Edison a couple years ago, and they're performing animal marriages. I think that may be more a mockery of marriage than Kim and Kanye's wedding.
Well, do people take it seriously, or it's just
It's legal.
really?
You've got to sign the paperwork and everything. You got to pay
So
for
wait
it.
a second. So animals can get married, but they won't let gay people get married? That's so fucked up.
Are you serious, Walt? It's real?
Yes,
It's a legally binding.
They had this little chapel built,
Really?
and you could go in and get your dogs wed. Or your cat and your cat, you know. I don't know if they were allowing interspecies marriage.
This is
That'd
why.
be
I mean,
too
this
much.
is why
That'd be too much for people to deal
this
with.
world really needs a culling.
Like a cleansing, right?
It needs. It just needs.
Here we go.
It needs a fucking
This
virus.
is the Hitler portion of the show.
It just needs a virus or something to wipe out like fucking 80% of the population.
Why?
Because so many people are so fucking useless with fucking useless.
I would line up to
pursuits.
have the virus administered to me. Like I know I'm useless.
Why,
I
Q?
would-
Just because they want to get their dogs married doesn't mean they don't. They're out. They're set against
let me
having
make
gay
it-
people get married.
make no mistake.
You don't paint.
I'm not saying I'm in the 10%. Like,
right. Just because don't like paint them as some sort of freak.
I'm gonna paint him as a freak, Walt.
Why?
Because the time spent.
like somebody had to go about getting this so
Why
that
don't
it
you-
was.
why
Are
don't
you
you
fucking with
fucking-
us? It's
I'm
really
not
legal.
fucking with you.
Why
They
don't you
had a little
volunteer at an
chapel
animal
built.
shelter?
They had a little chapel built. They had little clothes you could put the dogs in too, and you get pictures after they're wed.
I just look. I get
It was at a dog like a pet expo they called it.
Don't get me wrong. I get it. Believe
it's just cute. It's just something to make you more make the animal more human.
This is where we are in a society where that's a thing.
Are you going to tell me right now Tara doesn't deserve to get married?
Is Tara in love? Does Tara want to get married? Then Tara should get married.
There's exceptions to every rule.
Yeah.
Right?
I just think, again, it's just another reason to bilk you out of some money if you're a pet owner,
Yeah, like a business that somebody started. That they're like, I mean, there's a call for it. As fucking dopey as it is, somebody will fucking pay to have their cats married, I guess. And not only that, but I can sell them these little outfits, these little.
Well, what's more a mockery? The animals getting wed, or Kanye and Kim?
I think Kanye and Kim, because the animals they're not even aware of what's going on.
They're just getting treats.
They're sizing up other animals to be like, are they going to attack me? Or like what's going on here? But these two fucking actually planned it, put it on TV.
Yeah, but I don't even think that's a mockery. I think that if that's how they want to get married, then why shouldn't they get married that way?
Well, because I think there's traditional feelings about marriage that. Yeah, but I think Walt, you're coming from a stance of traditionally marriage has meant something.
Yeah, this feels more like it's more about impressing and trying to be.
Yeah, you guys don't think that's already been subverted and perverted by the average fucking wedding these days?
Yeah, but
that's already gone.
I feel it's going to. I think it's going to make things worse going forward, though.
The
for people.
second a fucking society said you need to spend fucking 3 months' salary to buy her a fucking diamond ring to show everybody that you're getting married was the second that it doesn't fucking mean anything anyway. It's already, the point is already lost and gone, and so everybody can do it. Elephants could fucking marry each other. Fucking Kanye
this is
and
the
Kim.
Most important decision you're making in your life. Shouldn't it be?
No.
Shouldn't it be given the ceremonial?
No.
And the families are joining, and the celebration, and all that goes with it. I'm not saying you go out and you spend, 3 months. I don't agree with that either.
But that's what they do. But that's what it is. Though.
I know, but
so people
month.
Don't do that.
You know what the best marriage I've ever seen in real life or on TV, ever, was fucking Braveheart when fucking he married her by a rock next to a river in the middle of the night in secret. That's a fucking wedding. Two people love each other so much that they're willing to fucking do it in a shit fucking screen.
I don't think the IRS will acknowledge that kind of union, though.
Well, I mean, they're letting dogs get married.
Yeah.
If I ever get married, look, it'll be on a fucking beach somewhere with just a destination.
No planning, no,
nothing. A guy in my firehouse got married. He went away to Vegas with his girlfriend, and they did a drive-through thing, and they were just married, and that was it. And I was like, "That's fucking amazing."
The girl who used to cut my hair, she got married and was married for less than a year, 10 months, I think. And at this time, I mean, this was the mid-90s maybe, and it was $22,000. And she was like, "Yeah, it was a hell of a party, though." But I'm like, $22,000
Jesus Christ,
for a party?
Go to a bar, throw $500 down to the bar. It's just stupid to me. It's such a scam.
But society has put on pressure for to have this fairy tale, to have this, and if you don't have it, you've missed out on something. Why?
Why does society feel that way? Because we're all caught up in this game of one-upmanship. That's what it is. It's the ring is one-upmanship. Who's got the biggest ring with your friends? Then it's who's got the nicest wedding. Then it's fucking
whoever has the nicest wedding wins.
Yeah.
Whoever has the biggest rock on your finger wins.
That's right. Whose dad loves him enough to fucking kick in $20,000 for the wedding? It's just all such bullshit.
You want to see that in action? Yeah, all right, Q.
It's all bullshit.
You want to see that in action? I watched an entire season of My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding.
Right.
You never seen anything like this.
Really?
You never seen anything like these
trying
people.
to one up everybody?
Or I've never seen a more fucking one paint by the numbers TV show where it is exactly the same every time. And they go and they all use one lady to get this dress. She lives in Boston. They go there. She gets her dress. and then the day that they put on the dress, she puts it on somewhere, and they're all so big. They're like these big, like Cinderella-looking, princess-looking dresses. The dress is so big that they can't make it through the door. It is.
So that's the commercial. We can't make it through the door. What are we going to do?
Yes.
Commercial
Yeah.
break.
It's Buddy not being able to get the cake in the van. It's exactly the same, and it's everything they do. They are walking contradictions. These zombies, these gypsies, where all they talk about is how important family is, and then they're fist fighting with their family. All they talk about is how different they are, and then talk about how they're treated differently, and they're Americans too, and they should just be treated the same. And they say time after time, and I'm like, I guess people don't care about gypsies that much, that they say repeatedly that they want to keep their bloodline pure and don't want the gypsies to marry outside the Michelle bloodline. Like, can you imagine saying that? Like, as a white person, you'd be fucking crucified. You couldn't say something like that if you were like, hey, I want to keep the white bloodline pure. Fucking forget it. You'd be done. But I guess they're just so under the radar, nobody cares. Like, whatever.
Do you? I know we have. Declan has told me we have just come to realize this. We have a very tiny listener base that is females.
12% I saw so far.
That's it.
Very tiny.
From the survey. These are survey.
Okay.
Are you
answers.
concerned though that there's some who may not, that may be a backlash to your comments about about the daddy comment and being so preoccupied, because this is special for a woman. You have to admit that.
I think that anybody who is upset by anything that I say should fucking look. Because if it means something to them, why is it bothering you? Why is it? Because it's striking a chord? Because you know fucking deep down that I'm right? And it's fucking. Because if you think I'm wrong, then what do you give a shit? But if something is like, hey, don't say that because fucking I know you're right, but I got to do it anyway because my fucking girlfriend got married last summer, then, then just look into yourself.
But isn't that but don't you want what you say on here to have, that's kind of like you can't have your cupcake and your cake and eat them too. You want some things you say you want people to take seriously.
Oh, we have 12%? 12%? I'm playing to the other fucking 88%. Because every guy listening is like, he's fucking right. I'm not buying this fucking ring.
One thing basically what you're saying is this is not going to change anyone's opinion. If you feel that strongly about getting married, you're like, well, that's Q's opinion. Who cares?
Yeah, who gives a fuck what I think?
But people. That's the thing. Again, what drove me off the fucking internet is people are so passionate about their opinions that they're not opinions; they're fact. News sites are not news sites; they're fucking bloggers, and it's editorial. Everyone is like, you look at the comments, and people are like, there's no fucking room for dissension. It's like, this is the way it is. My opinion is thus, and fucking that's just the way it is. And if you don't agree with me, you're stupid. You're ignorant. You're offensive. You're fucking whatever.
See, I felt that way, but I just don't go on the internet though.
You're a genius, dude.
I think that when people talk about, but I'll never go on the internet and say it though.
Of course not.
But so, anything else to say about the marriage of Kanye and Kim? Want to hear a rap again?
I wish them well.
Cheer you up a little.
You seem like you got upset by this. I thought Brian would be the one in a little tizzy. You look like you're almost
like I'm the rap champion around here. Why don't you come to me?
Like it's taken a little bit out of you, that story.
He's drained.
It's been a rough week, dude. I wish them well. That's how.
Do you really?
I do.
Do you really?
Of course.
Do you give a fuck at all?
I mean,
Come on.
I mean, it doesn't matter to me what happens to him, but if I have to give final thoughts, I wish them well. I hope they have a kid now, right?
Oh, they do?
Like, isn't that
She's
the thing?
pregnant?
Yeah. No, she had the kid.
She had
already.
the kid. So
I didn't know that.
That's probably making more of a mockery.
So for the kid's sake, I hope they're happy.
For the kid's sake?
Yeah.
The little product.
He's gonna have a rough life.
They already named him North.
Wait. I think I heard something about this. Didn't Will Smith's kid show up dressed in a Batman outfit
to the wedding?
And wore it the entire wedding?
Hold on a second.
Wow, that's ringing a bell for some
Well, why
reason.
would that be? Would that be? You would be amazed. Let's say you're getting married, Q, and,
Well, I
and one
fucking
of my
would hope
kids.
everybody that came to my wedding dressed up in a superhero outfit.
But maybe your bride to be is like, why?
Yeah.
How old is this kid? That
I don't know.
dude, he's fucking this idiot, this Jaden Smith.
Oh my god! And
It's
like brightest. It's a white.
It's the white Batman outfit. He wore a Batman outfit, and they say he wore it the entire time. He's on the far right. He looks like a fucking Klansman.
I mean, it's weird. So is he trying to steal the spotlight?
Well, of course, because why would anyone pay attention to
I can't believe they let him get away with that.
Jaden has been hanging with Kim's younger sister Kylie, so it was no surprise he'd pop up at the wedding. His outfit was a bright white Batman costume.
Brightest day.
He apparently
Brightest day
terrorized
Batman?
guests for nearly 2 hours.
Terrorized?
But
Was he fighting crime?
I don't know. No, I mean, I think he was like, he was running around like a chicken with its head cut off, batting glasses off tables whenever he came to an empty seat and smashing them on the ground. Vogue Italia's editor-in-chief was getting irritated because he kept coming up behind her and throwing his cape over her head. I don't care if that was my own kid. I would knock him fucking unconscious and throw him right the fuck out of the venue.
Q scenario. You're getting married.
Okay, all right.
You invite me.
You got okay.
Shockingly, I show up.
Well, let's just say I throw
Against all odds.
I throw it in Jersey.
I come dressed in a
Throw it
white
at the
Batman
store.
outfit,
Okay.
and your girl is like, "Why? What is he doing? You've got. She's giving you hell. What do you do?"
I'm like, I don't know, honey. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I can't help but feel like let him do what he wants.
Like, just concentrate on getting married. Stop, don't worry about Walt.
Shut the fuck up, Tara, and lube up for later tonight.
I think it's pretty fucking awesome that he did that. Because you know why? It shows that even he's not taking it seriously.
Yes.
Like, he's like, fuck that. It's like, these two idiots are getting married? I'm dressing as white Batman and going.
So that would be, I mean, the kid's about to turn 17? 16? He's about to
Okay.
turn 16. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
It's a pretty badass looking outfit.
No, that's him with his big puffy fro.
All right. That's it. I got one more thing
All right.
from the ashes of.
Hitler.
You've hit learn something.
You can't stop
Something
yourself.
will
Why can't you
arise.
quit him?
This isn't about that billboard,
I
is
got
it?
I got a new segment name
Oh, wow.
from a listener.
Oh, man.
Call it something else. Just repackage
It's
it.
cool. Now, yeah, but hit learn something is dead because of too much bitching. So now we got for your information. Get it?
Pure information. Oh, there you go.
That is awesome.
I can't remember his name. I wish I remembered his name. He called me on the phone to tell me this.
tell you that?
He goes, just rename it. He goes.
No one will know.
I was like, I love that. I go, I'm definitely going to use it. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I can't remember your
That's
name
pretty.
right now.
Whoever you are, it's
You know
pretty
who you
fucking
are.
brilliant.
He ordered a Cryptozoic man over the
Oh, it's
phone, and he
great.
told me this, and I was just like, I fell in love with it. I was like, just because of that name, I will never let it die. For your information.
I actually had this new video game came out called Wolfenstein.
Yeah. I heard there's Nazis in it.
It's all you do is fight Nazis, and apparently, like, it strays into odd, disrespectful territory.
Shockingly.
The second the game starts.
Right? No, but like you go into a room and there's like fucking ashes everywhere and like it's burned people.
wow,
yeah.
really?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fucked up, and that made me buy the game so I can report about it.
All right.
I haven't had a chance to get into it.
For a future, for your information,
Yeah.
you may have a report on Wolfenstein.
I'll do a review on
Okay.
Wolfenstein New Order. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the first segment for your information, you guys heard about the billboard in Atlanta that
Yes.
has a Hitler quote on it?
No, what's that?
A children's ministry in eastern Alabama says a billboard featuring a quote from Adolf Hitler has been covered and will be removed. The billboard showed 5 smiling children beneath a quote from Hitler from a 1935 speech on the Nazi youth movement that quoted, "He alone who owns the youth gains the future." And that was the quote that they used on this billboard for this religious
Incidentally,
Bible group.
not this article, but it was a comment that someone made about the article that made me quit the internet.
Really?
Oh, this is it?
This is it.
What was
Just-
the comment?
Bad memories, huh?
It I mean, the comment in and of itself, you might think I'm crazy because it's so fucking benign. But the person says, the person's comment is, this billboard is totally inappropriate. What did this person ever graduate from the second grade? And for some reason, not the second part, but the first part, where I'm like, the entire basis of the fucking article, asshole, is that the fucking billboard is inappropriate. Like, what the fuck? You're not going out on a limb. You're not stating that anyone who's already read the article doesn't know. And it just, like, for some reason, it fucking enraged me. Just the fucking stupidity of people out there who are like, hey, here's my opinion.
Right.
Without stopping to think, like, well, do I really need to type this?
Well, all right. Well, here we go. Here's TSD's chance to chew it up and spit it out. Is there ever an opportunity where it's appropriate to use a quote from a person like Hitler?
I mean,
even if the quote, and I'm not saying this one is appropriate in this instance because I don't think it is.
Well, they also didn't cite him. They knew it was Hitler's quote.
Oh, it doesn't say Adolf Hitler?
No.
It says Adolf Hitler.
Oh,
on
it does?
Yes, it says Hitler's name under the quote. So they had to have known that it was going to cause a big uproar. I thought it did. I thought I saw a picture where it did.
It might, but I thought that because you said like it's a Christian ministry.
If they didn't name the person who said it, I wonder if anybody would have even known.
No, I don't think
I didn't
so.
recognize it.
But what do you think, Hugh? Let's say, is there ever a time when you can use a quote from him in a way that isn't horrific? Like, you can make your point about, like, he can use one of his sayings, but to prove your point that, like,
That he's an asshole.
yes.
Right.
Can you ever use a quote in a way that actually makes a point to?
No. If your fucking only line of defense is Hitler's wisdom, then it's probably not a great idea. Like just find somebody else.
There has to be other quotes that are appropriate,
Gotta
right?
be other quotes.
Well, even this guy said there's a Herbert Hoover quote that I probably should use instead.
Now the whole thing was because it was supposedly the other slogan on the sign
You're right.
said
It's huge.
train.
Look how big the name is.
And it's written in like crayon by like
Wow.
How about this? Is this on here? Does it also
Yeah.
say train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it? Is that
Yes.
saying on there? Okay, so
Is that say Proverbs? I can't read that.
Is
I can't
this-
read what that says.
is this, how offensive is this?
I'm not offended, but
But how inappropriate is this then?
let
On a scale of 1 to 10.
me think about that for a second.
Oh, it's not a 10? Is it not a 10?
No, but I'll tell you why it's not a 10. Because he's not using it like what's the billboard for? Can we
It's
talk
for
about that?
it's for getting
children's.
kids young and getting them into thinking a certain way, getting their mindset
I do
straight,
that all the time.
so that when they're older, they'll fall back onto these things you pounded into their head.
Shockingly, it's from the South. Alabama Children's Ministry. And he put the quote up. Obviously, like you say, to, it is Proverbs, and it says, it was displayed on the sign with a Bible verse from Proverbs, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he's old, he will not depart from it. What's wrong with just putting that quote? Why do you need two quotes on the billboard?
Why do you
Get rid
not
of the Hitler
think,
one.
Yeah, why do you not think that quoting Hitler and then putting his name on there is not going to give you, unless they wanted this kind of attention?
They had to, right?
I don't know.
It's almost impossible to think they thought they could get away with doing something and not taking a gigantic shitstorm coming their way, PR-wise.
Don't you think, though, it's a non-stop parade of people who do shit, and you're like, how the fuck did it get through this entire process until the point where somebody looked up at that billboard and was like, what the fuck?
I guaranteed some people were like, wait, what?
And nobody said no. Like from the people who the guy who said this is what I want to write, to the copywriter at the billboard place, to the assholes who fucking like make the billboard, to the people who put up the billboard. Nobody was like, oh wait, whoa.
Do you think that? I mean, are you willing to say that in all the quotable quotes or whatever, all the words that have been attributed to Hitler, entire anything he's ever spoken, has everything he said been quote unquote wrong and not be eligible and not be?
No, I bet not at all. I bet you if you take some, obviously not the big ones, but if you take some quotes from him, the guy wrote a book.
Like out of context, sure,
Yeah.
there have to be quotes.
There have to be ones that if you attribute it to like, if you just took it and put / Martin Luther King, I bet you there are people who would be like, oh, well, that kind of makes sense. Obviously, they would have nothing to do with genocide or anything like that. But Hitler might have written in a book like, hey, man, you know what? Be nice to people. You know what I mean?
So that's what I'm getting down to. Not in this instance, but if you were going to put a billboard or do something along the lines and you loved a quote from him that was like, this really sums up.
Right.
You still wouldn't use it, right?
No.
You can't, right?
You can't. The message gets lost.
Yeah. Especially if you're a religious organization. I mean, how do you not?
Yeah.
It's pretty stunning. I also don't get why 2 quotes on one billboard. Like, what's the?
Yeah, like people are driving by it at 50 miles per hour. They're not gonna.
Do you think that even the whole message of even like drilling a mindset into a child may be skirting on like, hey,
isn't that what we all do anyway? Right? Isn't it your job as a parent to drill a mindset into your child?
Well, it seems like this is more like
this sounds more like
indoctrination.
Yeah, this one sounds a little bit more insidious. This one sounds a little bit more I don't know.
There definitely is like the Bible verse. It doesn't have that same tone to it. But he alone who owns the youth, gains the future. And he's talking about
if they thought that was that kind of like summed up their study group of what you know, that does sound a little threatening.
Yeah,
it's ominous.
It does, like, because you don't. Where's the free thinking?
Although, is there anything that we could take from this for Tell 'em Steve Dave for our continued future?
What do you mean? Oh, we own the youth. Like, forget about. How do we about anyone over the age of 18? We have no listeners at all.
We have a lot of youth listening. Not a lot of females or youngsters.
Well, what's the youngest person out there? You know,
that
reach
listens
out.
To us?
Yeah. I'd like to know.
I don't know.
Oh, I want them to reach out on Twitter.
Okay. Yeah, youngest person.
Dave. Yeah, I'm on a Twitter break, so don't reach out to me.
I'm on a Twitter break, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, we got nothing
I told you,
going on.
no internet, man. I can't deal with it.
Oh.
Shit. And what?
I get drawn into conversations on Twitter. I don't want to talk about.
Do you think that? What do you think we'd have to do to try to reach a younger, hipper audience?
Maybe more Ming rapping.
I can't even imagine. I can't imagine.
What's one thing we could all come up with next week? Like one idea.
Oh, we should not come up with it now. We should bring it next week.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I like that.
We'll come back. We'll each have one way to reach a younger audience.
Oh, I love it.
All right?
I love it. That's great.
All right.
That's a good idea.
Anything else?
I did. I promised some lady on Twitter that I would address something since it's too much. It was too much to talk about on Twitter. Too much to tweet. But she, it's a woman on Twitter, Ninja Fire, I believe her name is, and she was worked up because she wants me. First off, she needs to know like I'm not famous. She wanted me to use my fame to help stamp out the R word.
What's the R word?
Retard.
Oh, okay. I've been working so hard to find ways to use it too. Now we're going to tell me we can't use it.
Well, here's the thing. I know you try to like slip it in casual conversation. She has a special needs son who's young, not in school yet. I believe it's a son, and she's fearful that when he isn't there in the nest, he's not there being protected by her. You know, her protecting him from the world, that some asshole is going to be like, hey, retard, or make him feel bad or something like that, you know?
Right.
And foam face?
I didn't suggest foam face as the alternative, but I did say.
Still has no meaning.
Well, I remember Q's one time, long time ago, very, very early on.
Yeah.
Q's suggestion to help, would be to take the kid and get him beat up, remember? He was like, he needs an ass kicking, and then he'll be tough.
No, not a disabled kid. It was like
Did he say that?
No. I
Very
remember
early
what it was.
on, he said that like this is how you help people.
Yeah.
Go get them.
I still stand by that.
Go get them into a fight and have their ass beat, and then
What I said was, you got to take a punch to fucking know you can take a punch,
Right.
and stop whining and crying and fucking just scrap it up a little bit.
Not in this. This wouldn't
This
apply.
situation may be
No,
a little different.
I don't think disabled children need to take a punch to learn anything about life.
But my point was to her, like, don't torture yourself with shit that might happen down the road. And I saw who I guess got her upset. I couldn't believe it once I saw it because I'm like, look at it's. I don't know how she came across this Twitter feed, but this kid was responding to like somebody tweeted the LA Kings and said, "You're a racist organization. You have a racist owner. Hashtag ban Donald Sterling." And
Who doesn't own the LA Kings?
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Well, the LA Kings tweeted back, "I think you're confused,"
Right. And
then this kid, this third kid tweeted about the person who said they were racist. He has autism and Downs, and he's 3 kinds of retarded. As an insult to the first person.
Right.
And I look at the rest of this, or partially, some of this kid's Twitter feed, this kid, and I'm like, he's a fucking idiot of the highest order. He's tweeting shit that's so stupid that I wanted to almost call the lady and be like, honey, like, this is what can you possibly do about someone like this? Like, come on. Like, there will always be mean people out there. There's always going to be shitty people out there.
Right.
I think in today's society, even like when we were young, I think people are much more sensitive to it. Like, I have yet to run into a situation with Sage in which anyone has like made her feel bad, or I've heard them say something not knowing I was with her or whatever. I think it's just uncommon these days. And for this lady to worry about it, like, 1, will do you no good because you don't know if it's ever going to happen. Right. 2, you will never control the words and actions of a fucking dopey animal like this kid is. It's just like, and he's in high school. Maybe he'll change down the road or whatever. But I felt even worse for her when I looked at the kid's Twitter feed because I was like, holy fuck, man. If you're worried about like what some random asshole's saying, like, you got no chance. And then I was like, oh my God, that's me.
All right, so she wanted you to use your comic book man fame to get a hashtag going, like ban the R word.
I guess so, yeah.
I say, well, why don't we ban it? Why don't we ban it? Like, even when I found ways to like retarded ejaculation and
she said that's okay.
No.
Yeah, but that's a word.
Well, Bri, you actually stood up and stepped up to the plate, and you took the Tara name and honor.
Okay.
It is so easy for me not to use the R word anymore, since I never use it anyway. So I will vow never to use it again. It'll be a snap.
Okay, so I've influenced at least one person.
Right, I'm done. The only times I used it was when I found retarded ejaculation and when I thought a flame retardant. And and shockingly, I have not had to use those in any way other than on this show. I couldn't shoehorn it in anywhere in my regular life.
Really looking for that opportunity.
So it's very, and I will never, you'll never hear that word on Tell 'em Steve Dave again. The R word is officially dead.
It's gone.
Tell 'em Steve Dave.
Hey everyone, Declan here, coming at you from Creaky Studios, and that sound you hear is me pedaling my generator, getting ready to put Tell 'em Steve Dave out, and jerking off. The song this week, Second Star Operator, and The Fallen Teach.
If I This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio. Sir, only at smodcast.com.